If the Gilded Age uses costumes in their storytelling, then one of the characters that I'm most excited about coming into season 3 is Jack here. Now, Jack is initially a footman, if I remember correctly, but one of the things he becomes known for towards the end of season 2 of the Gilded Age is his invention of a mechanism that makes alarm clocks more reliable. And one of the things that I'm excited about moving into season 3 is if and how this character goes from a footman working in the Van Ryn residence to being a multi-millionaire. And one of the coolest things in this TV show has been watching all of the members of the Van Ryn residence, to include the staff and Mrs. Van Ryn herself, contribute to his invention, or at least his application for a patent. And then he eventually gets it after some hiccups. But the coolest thing to me is when Marion, possibly one of the best characters in the show so far, introduces him to Larry Russell. Now, for those of you who might not be familiar with the Gilded Age, Larry Russell is the son of this major railroad tycoon. So basically, think about the Vanderbilts. And one of the cool things about Larry is that because he is so rich and well connected, he sees the potential in Jack's invention and wants to go into business with him. Now, one thing I will say about the Russells is they seem to be very business savvy, or at the very least, George Russell is very business savvy, but his son has proven to be really knowledgeable as well. So I'm really excited to see what a business venture between these two looks like. Now, on to my point about the Gilded Age using costumes to tell a story, which is quite obvious, right? Every character has a very distinct look, despite it all being in the Gilded Age of America. So post-Reconstruction era, where the wealthy were running amok in the palace. But one of the things that I did notice over Jack's tenure at the Van Ryn residence is that as he elevates, his outfits get better. And towards the end of season 2, when he's having that final conversation with Larry Russell, he looks really dapper, almost on par. Now, of course, for those experts in this thing, I'm sure there are some major differences, but they are so similar, right? You can see this elevation taking place. At first, he's a little bit more rugged. Now, keep in mind, during that time, if you had money, you wanted your staff to look good as well. So they probably looked better than the average New Yorker at the time, but you could tell that they weren't a part of that 1%. So he still looked pretty dapper, but compared to the rich people of this universe, absolutely not. But you can see this gradual transformation over the course of these 2 seasons where, again, he goes from being a little rugged, a little disheveled, to being a lot more put together, a lot more curated. So again, moving into season 3, Jack is one of those characters that I really want to keep an eye on, and I look forward to seeing what he does with his invention and how much money that makes him. So anyways, drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you're looking forward to the Gilded Age season 3 coming out this year, I believe, and I will see you guys